When life gets unpredictable, preparation matters. In medicine, it's all about staying alert, ready for whatever comes through the door. On the road, it's no different. That's why Volvo designs vehicles to help anticipate risk, reduce harm, and protect lives. The Volvo XC90's advanced safety systems inspire confident decisions wherever the road takes you. The Volvo XC90, for life. Proud sponsor of the Pit Podcast. Learn more at volvocars.ca/safety.
Welcome back. David Hertel in for Elias. Well, this is a troubling story. If you got a front door visit from RenoAssistance recently, well, be warned, because you were most likely scammed. Authorities are looking into a Quebec company that is illegally knocking on doors to inspect homes and provide questionable services. One video has gone viral where one resident films an employee who claims to be part of Groupe RenoAssistance Quebec and refuses to answer questions regarding his identity. Since then, many have come forward to say that they too were paid a visit, offered free services and reimbursements if they made payments, often through questionable methods. Joining us now is a spokesperson and renovation expert at RenoAssistance, Marilena Tricarico. Marilena, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, thank you for having me, David.
So this is troubling stuff. Maybe for all our listeners, first of all, tell us, what is RenoAssistance?
Well, RenoAssistance is an organization that suggests customers verified contractors. So we actually do protect customers from this type of situation happening. So our verification is very vigilant. We do check licenses, insurances, references, their legal backgrounds, their financial stability, purposely to make sure that these things don't happen to you, and to make sure that we accompany our customers through the renovation from beginning to end.
Okay, so you're an independent private company that basically references reputable renovation services.
Contractors.
Contractors.
Yes. So,
okay.
Yes, we've been in business for 12 years, and our service is built to minimize the risks of this happening.
Okay, so this is very concerning. So first of all, what about these people, the people that we were seeing on the video, the stories that we've been hearing since then? Is there any link between those people and RenoAssistance?
No, absolutely not. And, that's the first red flag, because we do not do door-to-door solicitation. We never have, and we never will. Our customers come to us. So they call us to submit their project through our website or through a phone call. That's one thing. I know that one of the approaches that these scammers use is that they pretend that they're inspectors, and we do not have inspectors. We refer contractors that are verified by us. And in any means, they are not allowed or not permitted to go solicitate door-to-door by using our references. So these are all red flags. If anybody comes to your door using our name, it is definitely not one of our contractors. And we encourage people to call authorities immediately, because from what we hear is that they go region per region. So if more people call in, the quicker we'll be able to catch them and stop this type of scam.
Okay. Did you know about this? Has this been going on for a long time, or is this just recent? Did you find this out just like when it hit social media?
Well, this type of scam, we've heard about it before, but it's in February that the first person who wrote in to cancel an appointment that they had gotten from this so-called intern inspector. So we got this customer wanting to cancel the inspection, and as we checked into our computer, into our system, their name wasn't there. So that was kind of a red flag. And then in March, a few more people reached out asking us if we did door-to-door solicitation. And so this is where we kind of put two and two together, figuring out, okay, it looks like they're using our name. So we immediately put our advisors aware of the situation in case we had any other phone calls, and we posted warnings on our social media platforms to spread awareness that this fraudulent tactic was going around and that scammers were using our name. We actually think that they're using RenoAssistance because our name is being heard and recognized more and more. We've had many campaigns all over the province on TV, radio, and
on
billboards.
CJ 8800.
Yes, also, yes. And, the fact that the name is familiar might make them sound more legit to people and might give them more of a trusting approach. So we had to react quickly to reverse the situation.
Okay, so when you say contact the authority, have you contacted the authorities? Are you looking at legal action against these people?
Well, no, we're just doing our part in informing people. I think the authorities are handling it. So far, we haven't had that many customers coming to us about the situation. We are glad that the article was published and that, they shut down their website. So that's a good thing. Unfortunately, is that, they are using our name, and our goal is to inform people that this type of solicitation is not part of our practices, and that's our priority right now.
So, again, to clarify, you don't send people, do you? Part of your work, do you actually send contractors to people's homes?
Never.
Okay,
never.
So you don't even do that at all?
We don't do that. That's the first red flag. The suggestion is that in any type of situation when a contractor comes to you, which we don't do, customers come to us for projects.
That's
so
it.
If anybody says RenoAssistance is, their name or in whatever form, and if whatever name they use, before you sign any contract, for one, you should not let anybody into your home if you did not yourself book the appointment. That's, first thing to never do. And, before signing any type of contract with any contractor, you have to ask many, many questions before you just, to make sure that they're honest and reliable. And we do have a guide on our resource page on our website, RenoAssistance.ca. That is our real website. It's 16 questions to ask before picking a contractor. So we have lots of tools there to make sure that we guide customers towards the right people. And, our verification process is so vigilant and it's always ongoing. So if you don't want to have to go through that stress of making sure that you are working with a reliable contractor, well, we're the platform that does that for you. So we're there to minimize risks, basically.
Okay. So first of all, because I can understand, there's a knock on your door, you open up and somebody's talking about an inspection and sent by a reputable name like RenoAssistance. Then you're saying, okay, well, you don't even send people to inspect. You don't send any type of people. You are quite the contrary. You're the ones that are solicited by people to verify the legitimacy of a contractor.
Yes, and that's the irony of it, right? Because they're using our name and doing the opposite. This is why the founder of RenoAssistance created this platform. We've been in business for 12 years purposely for this. The percentage of people that get scammed by just in Montreal itself is huge. So we're there to do the opposite. And again, our contractors are verified on an ongoing basis. So we are really there to protect not only the contractor but the customer as well. We accompany you to make sure that your project goes smoothly. So recommendations is never let an unexpected visitor enter your home. Take information, investigate, and call authorities. Listen to our intuition. If we feel that this is wrong, the quicker we call authorities, the quicker, they could figure out what regions they're going into and stop these scammers, because it's unfortunate. It's really sad that people do this. It's mind-blowing.
You really have to do your homework. And yes, there's the Office de Protection du Consommateur where you can check companies, and if there's been complaints, you just Google them and see if they exist and their references.
The problem is that they did have a website. So if you Googled their name, they were there, and that's the problem.
What would have been the next step, Marilena? So let's say again, these people knock on my door. They're saying they were sent by you, blah, blah, blah. There's work to be done. You're going to get reimbursed if we do the work, blah, blah, blah. So what should be the first thing I do after I have that first contact with these scam artists?
Well, first thing is ask questions. try to get their information.
Yeah.
So then you can investigate furthermore. Ask for references. Well, for one, if they say RenoAssistance right away, just take their information and close the door and just call authorities immediately. But if they represent themselves in any other form, ask questions, see how they respond. If they seem hesitant, ask them if referrals from their past. See, what's on the contract, if they present you a contract, if they have an RBQ license and insurance. Anybody who's trying to pressure you to signing something fast is already a red flag. If they seem very pushy, if they tell you to just trust their word, if they come at your door already, it's something to be, careful with. If they don't have any details on their contract, if they tell you you have to do it immediately because it's an urgency. And you know what? Basically, what we recommend all customers is to always get, at least 3 different quotes for any type of renovation that needs to be done in your home. So that will give you time to really look at each one vigilantly. And if you don't have the time or feel insecure of, verifying RBQ, insurances, licenses, well, it's good to know that RenoAssistance is a platform that can do all of this for you and guide you through your renovation.
Very, very important tips. Thank you so much, Marilena, for taking the time this morning.
Thank you for having us, David.
Marilena Tricarico, spokesperson and renovation expert at RenoAssistance.